Hello my dear all aspirants. Welcome to the session of problem solving series. So this is session number 2. So in this session we are going to solve some more problems. Let's see those questions and let's solve them in a detailed manner. Right? So let's see this question here. In the network as shown with IS1 is equal to 5 amperes and here we have the source here, current source, my dear friends, with IS1 is equal to 5 amperes, with IS2 is equal to 10 amperes, the voltage obtained across terminals A and B is 120 volts. So I'm clearly writing, my friends. So here we have IS1 and IS2. So VAB values here clearly. Then when clearly mentioned, and when IS1 is equal to 5 amperes and IS2 is equal to 10 amperes, then whatever VAB is equal to 120 volts. When IS1 is equal to 10 amperes, IS2 is equal to 5 amperes, then VAB is equal to 15 volts. He has given 15 volts. So what is the value of K to describe IS1 is equal to K into IS2 such that VAB is equal to 0? So when VAB is equal to 0 and if IS1 is equal to K into IS2, that's K into IS2, this is IS2, then what? So here clearly mentioned, if IS1 is equal to K into IS2 such that VAB is equal to 0 means in this case what is the value of K? My friends, so I'm going to write all these calculations in terms of two equations. So how these two currents IS1, IS2 and the voltage across the terminals AB, how these are related means here. Assume that, so I'm considering let us consider here, my friends, IS1 and IS2 are changing and it is leading to a change in VAB. So assume that here the proportional constant of IS1 and IS2 are K1 and K2. So that what I am doing, so let's say K1 into IS1 plus K2 into IS2 is equal to K2 into IS2 is equal to VAB, my friends. K1 into IS1 plus K2 into IS2 is equal to VAB. Then, my friends, first result leads to the equation here. K1 into 5 means here 5K1 plus K1 into 5. So here I am going to write here K1 into 5, which means here simply K1 into 5 means 5K1 plus and 10 into K2 means here, so K2 into 10 means here 10K2 is equal to how much? What is the value of VAB here? 120. Next 10 into K1. Second result becomes here 10K1 plus 5K2 is equal to 15. My friends, I would like to solve these two equations and I want to find the values of K1 and K2. So to find the values of K1 and K2 is just to equate any one of the coefficients. Here I am interested to equate the coefficients of K2. So what I need to here? So this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2, my friends. Equation 1 implies 5K1 plus 10K2 is equal to 120. But I'm going to multiply equation 2 with 2 in order to equate K2 coefficient same. Here K2 coefficient is 10. Here also I would like to make the coefficient of K2 as 10. What I need to do, if I multiply this 5 with 2, then I will get 10K2. That's why I am multiplying the whole second equation with 2 here. 2 into 2 means here. So here 2 into 10K1 means it is 20. It is 20K1 plus 10K2 into 5 means 10K2 is equal to 215 30. So my friends, I am going to subtract. While subtracting, what we need to do here, we need to change the signs here. Here we have plus sign, so I am changing it as a minus. Here we have plus sign, I am changing it as minus. Here we have plus sign, so minus. 10K2 minus 10K2 gets cancelled. 5K1 minus 20K1 was minus 15K1. minus 15 K1 is equal to 120 minus 30, it is 90. So my friends here, 15 1 ja, 15 6 ja. So we got K1 is equal to minus 6. K1 is equal to minus 6. K1 is equal to minus 6. So by using this value, you try to obtain K2 here. So whatever K2 here, 10 K2 is equal to, my friends, 10 K2 is equal, from this equation number 1, from equation 1, 10 K2 is equal to 120 minus 5 K1. So which is nothing but 120 minus 5 into K1 value minus 6. So what is that here? 120 plus 30. 120 plus 30 means it is 150. So 10 K2. So whatever here, K2 is equal to 15, my friends. K2 is equal to 15. So my friends, then you see here, same here. What we got here? K1, we know here, K1 IS1 plus K2 IS2 is equal to what here? VAB. But for VAB is equal to 0, for VAB is equal to 0, my friends here, already K1 value is obtained here. What is K1 value is? K1 value is minus 6, minus 6 I1, minus 6 I1, and K2 is obtained as what? 15. 15 IS2, 15 IS2 here, 15 IS2, 15 IS2 minus 6 IS1 plus 15 IS2 is equal to 0. Shift this term to right side here. 15 IS2 is equal to 6 IS1. 6 IS1. My friends, so he has given here, shift this 6 to right, left side here. 15 by 6 IS2 is equal to IS1. So IS1 is equal to 15 by 6 IS2. But in this question, he has given the relation IS1 is equal to K into IS2, right? IS1 is equal to K into IS2 means, then what is, if we compare here, K is equal to 15 by 6. 15 by 6. So 6 12 ja, 6 2 ja, 6 2 ja, 12.3 will be the remaining here. 3 0 30, 6 5 ja 30 here. So 2.5. So we got here K is equal to 2.5 measurements. We got K value as 2.5. Where it is? It is given in option 1. Option 1 is the right answer. Right? Let's see the next question. My dear friends here. Right. When the voltage sources are replaced with short circuits and current sources are replaced with open circuits, leaving dependent sources in the circuit, the theorem applied is. See my friends, when you are going to apply superposition theorem, when you are going to apply superposition theorem, what generally you need, you will, my friends, generally you will short circuit the voltage sources and you will open circuit the current sources. But you will consider only one source at a time. For example, if the given circuit is having 3 sources, what I will do here, I will keep source 1 and I will deactivate source 2 and source 3. And afterwards, what I will do here, I will keep source 2 and I will deactivate source 1 and source 3. And after that, I'll keep source 3 and I will deactivate source 1 and source 3. So in all the 3 cases, I will add up the target branch currents here, I1 dash, I1 double dash, I1 triple dash, like that here, so that I'll finally find out the resultant current in the target branch means. But we will keep the dependent sources as usual. So in case of when the voltage sources are replaced with the short circuit and current sources are replaced with open circuits, leaving dependent source in the circuit, the theorem applied is, of course, here the theorem applied is here, the superposition theorem. My dear friends, don't get confusion for this question here. So many of the students will think that while finding Thevenin's equivalent resistance and Norton's equivalent resistance also, what we are doing, we are deactivating the sources that present in the network. In that case, voltage source can be deactivated by short circuiting it, current source can be deactivated by open circuiting it. So you may think that this also will come, but here if you see this one here, in superposition theorem, particularly when you are applying the theorem here, you are keeping only one source at a time and you are deactivating all other sources simply by short circuiting the voltage sources and by open circuiting the current sources, but we will keep the dependent sources. So my depends superposition theorem. This is option 1 is the right answer, superposition theorem. And the maximum power is delivered from a source to a load when the source resistance is, see, we know pretty well here, maximum power. My friends here, whenever we have a network, kind of this is a network here. This is the load resistance which is connected between the terminals capital X and capital Y here. So when maximum power will be delivered to this load means here, see here, if you represent this whole network by Thevenin's equivalent voltage source in series with Thevenin's equivalent resistance, or this is also known as source resistance here. This is also known, my friends, here. So these are the target terminals or load terminals X and Y here. Here we have the load resistance here. When load resistance is equal to source resistance, then maximum power will be delivered to the load. So here, when we know here for DC, when RL is equal to RS, which means your RTH, then maximum power will be delivered to load. Maximum power will be delivered to the load. Okay. So here the maximum power is delivered from source to the load when the source resistance is equal to greater than or load resistance equal to 0, less than equal to the load resistance. When RL is equal to RS, then maximum power will be delivered. Right? My friends, here a network delivers maximum power to the load resistance when it is greater than Norton's equivalent resistance of the network, when it is equal to Thevenin's equivalent resistance of the network. Yes, Thevenin's source resistance is nothing but, so less than source resistance, less than or so. Here my friends, just now I told you here the same repeated question here. Source resistance is nothing but here Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So here we are going to replace the whole network by simply Thevenin's equivalent circuit, which can show Thevenin's voltage in series with Thevenin's resistance. Thevenin's resistance is nothing but source resistance only. So definitely in a circuit, maximum power transfer to the load always takes place when load resistance is exactly equal to the source resistance, means Thevenin's resistance. So clearly equal to Thevenin's equivalent resistance of the network. So option 2 is the right answer. A generator develops 250 volts and has an internal resistance of 100 ohms. If the load resistance is 100 ohms, then what is the efficiency of the generator? Means this resembles maximum, this resembles actually efficiency of the maximum power transfer theorem. So my friends, here you know pretty well here, if you consider this so this is a generator voltage. This is generator voltage Vs is equal to 250 volts, and Rs is equal to what here? 100 ohms. Here a load resistance. Here this is a load resistance. RL is equal to 100 ohms. RL equal to 100 ohms. Yes, my friends. So here maximum. So since both are same here, maximum power. See, maximum power transfer takes place when RL is equal to RS. Maximum power will be delivered to the load. So here maximum power transfer takes place. Maximum power transfer takes place since RL is equal to RS. RL equal to RS. And so what is the actually? So what is IL here? IL is equal to, IL is equal to here Vs by Rs plus RL. Vs by okay. Vs by Rs plus RL means both are same only here. Both are same means Rs plus RL or RL plus RL means 2RL. So my friends, Vs by 2RL. Okay, this one Vs by 2RL and power transferred. Maximum power transferred to the load. Maximum power transferred to the load is equal to, my friends, PL max. PL max is equal to what? The IL square into RL, right? It is IL square into RL. So IL square into RL. What is IL here? The current flowing to the load is clearly here Vs by 2RL here. My friends, Vs by 2RL. So Vs by 2RL whole square into RL means. So what happened here? Vs square by 4RL square into RL. RL get cancelled. So Vs square by 4RL. So this is maximum power delivered to the load. Then what is the actual power delivered by the source? My friends, what we are going to do here, we are going to find out the efficiency of the maximum power transfer theorem. And here, what is the efficiency of this generator? Here, generator is transferring maximum power to the load. Why? Because the load resistance is exactly equal to source resistance. In that case, the actual power supplied by the generator. The actual power supplied by generator is equal to actually power is what? For power we have various expression, V into I square into R, or V square by R. So here it is V square by RS plus RL, V square by, so here V square by RL plus, again here if you substitute RL plus RL means here, my friends here, V square by 2RL, but V means here Vs here, so Vs. So then what about the efficiency here? Efficiency of the generator is given as efficiency of generator. Actual power here, PL max by P actual. Power delivered to the load divided by actual power delivered by the source into 100. PL max is equal to what here? Vs square by 4RL by Vs square by 2RL, my friends, into 100. So what happened here? Vs square cancel. RL exchange, it's 2 by 4 means 1 by 2 into 100 means it is exactly here 50%. So what is the efficiency of the generator for this case means here 50%. My friends, he just converted the basic statement of maximum power transfer theorem into a question here. So please try to remember this statement here so that no need to solve this question. The efficiency of maximum power transfer theorem is always 50% only. That's it.